Good morning. Morning, Sue. Hope you've had a good morning so far, Sue. I'm guessing you've walked Teddy, so it's such a lovely day, so hopefully that was a nice walk. Morning, Susan. Morning, Helen. Morning, Moya. Hmm. I don't know how many are joining us today, so we'll have to see. Oh, well done, you, Sue. It's very industrious first thing in the morning. Oh my goodness, Susan. Have you got that much new stuff? I know I've got a lot. Yes, Sue, very industrious. Well done, you. That's all I'm saying. Okay, Susan. Any particular make, or have you gone for a wide variety of stuff? I think I've been quite good anyway this month. Oh, this month. It's only June, isn't it? Well, I bought the Tiger stamp. Whose is that one, Susan? Or is Tiger a name? I don't know that at all. Oh, thank you, Susan. You've sent me a photo. And thank you, Helen, for your message. I only just saw it, so I'll respond later on. Oh, that's crafty. Wow. That's a very wow, that stamp's got so much in it when you start looking at it. You'll have a lot of fun with that then, Susan. Yeah, thank you. Okay, I don't know how many are joining us. I know that there are 4 people definitely not able to join us this morning for one reason or another. So let's just get started, see how we go, see where we go, and then we'll think about what's going to happen through June and July. So this is the card we're going to do. I've seen these all over Pinterest and thought, well, maybe it'd be fun to have a go. And I actually got the instructions off of Craft World. But as I said, they're everywhere. So they're all over the place. So I've used, on this sample, I've used Hobby Art. On the sample I'm going to use, I'm using the Tracy Eason new stamps, which I love. So I'm going to just do something with that one, just make it different so that it's not always the same and it's a different kind of background. So on this one, I've used, if I pull it up so you can see it, hopefully the photograph you saw before, I've used masking to put in the hill and everything, but I stamped first, except the snail. The hedgehog and the trees were stamped first. Then I put the background in after masking them off, and I stamped and cut the owl out. So it's all quite very easy to do. That's that kind of background I did there. And then when we open it, it pops open for you. Whoops. Let me get that under the camera. There we go. So you can see all the little bits inside. And so it just tucks in into a regular A6 card. I have done everything in inches because the instructions are all in inches and it's easier. When I looked to try and convert it into centimetres, it was like, it's not worth it. Let's just go with inches since we can use both over here. So that's what we're going to do. So we're going to start with the front cover, but before we do that, or the front top, before we do that, let's go over the pieces of card you really need. These stamps, they're the Hobby Art stamps, Helen. I'm going to talk to you about Hobby Art, not this particular stamp set, but some of the stamps, but this is a Hobby Art stamp set. It's really pretty, isn't it? So, very nice. And that was all one, all those images. So what you should have today is a piece of card or paper. This is about 216 GSM. This is from my from the 12 by 12s I've got. This is 12 inches that way and 4 inches wide. So 12 inches long, 4 inches wide. That's that piece. You should have a piece of that. You should then have a piece of 3.5 by 10. So this is 3.5 inches by 10 inches. Okay, so that's 4 by 12 and 3.5 by 10. And then in the same paper, you also have this one, which is 3.5 by 8. And where we're going to use them, so that's 3.5 by 8 is the actual pop-up mechanism. So it's actually this piece here, the piece behind this bit here. So this is the bit that folds up into your card. That's this piece here, and we'll score it all together. This is your center backing. So that's this piece here. Let me just move my camera a second. Ooh, there we go. So that's this piece here. So this blue piece is this green piece here. All right. And then this larger piece is the base of your card. So we'll do all the scoring together. All right, but we're going to do that last. I just want to make sure you've all got these pieces. That's what we're going to need. Then you will need your layering card, which can be any colour. I'm just using black again, but it doesn't matter. Any colour can be used here, whichever colour you want. And that is 3.75 inches, so 3 3/4 inches by 5 3/4 inches. Okay, and then you need 4 layering pieces for the inside of the card, and they are 2 1/4 by 3 1/4. All right, so that's 3 3/4 by 5 3/4, and this is 2 1/4 by 3 1/4 inches. Okay, so 4 of them and 1 of them. And then the toppers that we're going to be working on. So for the main topper on the front of the card, we have a 3.5 by 5.5 inches. So 3.5 by 5.5. And we have 4 internal toppers, okay, which are 2 by 3 inches. Okay, that's 2 by 3 inches. So hopefully you've all got that from the email. Okay, hopefully going through that will help. So what we want first is our main topper. I've prepped these, although I haven't coloured them. As I mentioned, this one took ages to do from a colouring point of view. So if you're going to do something like this, that's why I suggested having the internal ones, the inside panels, finished or coloured. You know, it doesn't matter if you haven't done it. You can finish it after the session, because it does take a while colouring in. Depending on what you use to colour in. So I use pencils. I'm always using my pencils at the moment. I did use my clean colour pens for something recently, and I ended up going back to my pencils. So I've become a bit of a pencil colourer now. I don't know why. Considering I have a lot of brush markers, this is interesting. And I did actually use my Pro markers again when I was doing all my ATCs, which I still haven't stuck down, so I really do need to stick them in my little book. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to use the platform for this, as you can see. And I don't know if any of you saw this. I mean, they were released on her channel. I didn't get these from her channel, but they were released on her channel. I got them from Tracy's own shop. But anyway, so you've got these new characters, which are called Bloom and Blossom, I think they're called. Souls Bloom and Blossom is this set, yeah. Souls Bloom and Blossom, and I'm going to use this one. But then these are kind of, you know, I quite like the spiritual essence around them, really. And then this other set is called, oh, it's all part of Souls Bloom and Blossom. And you've got just different areas in here. This has got more backgroundy kind of things, really. And lots more words as well. They are lovely. I just like these kind of stamps. So this is what I'm going to use on my front. So whatever you want to use, obviously it's your card. It's entirely up to you. This is where we're going to start to put together the front. If you're doing an inked background like this one, then stamp out your images first. Think where you want to lay out your images, because it's easier to mask these off and then put the paper in than just do some hills and things and then decide where you want to paint them, all right, where you want to put them. So that's the best way around. But as I said, we have done this a lot of times in the workshop, so hopefully you're all right that I'm not going to do this background again. But it was just, I wanted to show you different ways of decorating the card, all right? And I know that all of you are going to use something different anyway, so you'll do something different. But we'll take our time. We've got time to do this. So I'm just going to stamp this image up. And because I inked it up yesterday, wiped it down and inked it up yesterday, it's a new stamp. So I'm going to do this, and then I'm going to use some of the flowers as well around it. Let's just decide where we're going to put her. So I'm going to have there. So it's quite a small piece of card, really. It's not. So think about your layout. Gosh, have I got that? She's straight. I don't think she's straight. Okay, let's put her in. Yeah, I'm going to have her coming off there like that. Oops. So I hope you've all had a good week. On the whole, the weather's been pretty good, hasn't it? I know it got a bit, well, it got cloudy here over the last couple of days. We had a bit of rain, which affected my washing, but it wasn't. So I had to bring it in, and then of course by the time you bring it all in, the shower's passed. But anyway, never mind. It was a bit dismal yesterday, so I left it in. So I'm just going to ink up this stamp. So, as I said, I'm looking forward to seeing what stamps you've actually used on your cards, because I know you'll be having all sorts of things. I think some of you have that hobby art set that I used with the woodland critters. So I don't know if you're using that or whether you've gone for something completely different. Let's have a look at that. Yeah, I think that'd be all right. Probably could have had a little bit more ink. That's fine. Oh. And then on this background, I mean, it's going to be tight, but I'm going to put a couple of flowers in, I think, that match the interior ones, which was these two here. Now that may be too big, but let's have a look. All right. Oh yes, that's going to be way too big. Now we can bring it off the edge side. I probably should take this out of here now and just stamp with them. Let's have a look. Let's just have some of the flowers there coming in like that. Is that going to catch? Yeah, it's going to catch a wing, but that's okay. Oh, no! I knew I was going to do that one day. Forgot to take my bag off. I don't know if you saw any of Leonie's shows on Wednesday. She inked up her block instead of the stamp. Poor love. Oh, that's okay, Lucinda. We're not really that far ahead. We're literally, I've gone through the measurements of the card you want, and we're literally just stamping up. So have you cut your card? It's lovely to have you join us as well. There we go. So if you have your card, or do you need me to go over the card sizes for you? I'll just clean my bag off. Right. So we can take that one off. Did I put the stamp? And then let's use the single one over there instead of the multiple one. Okay. So this one can just fit. I mean, it doesn't matter if we only have. Well, we could have it. Let's have a look. As I say, It's quite tight, this size of card. That's all right, I can go over a wing anyway, it can be in front. Okay. And then, yeah, I'm going to pull some down on the top. Wouldn't normally use the press for this. Let's bring this down. And then let's bring some. In fact, let's take this out, this press. Let's clean my fingers as well. Got ink all over them. So we really don't want that over the card. Quite distressing really, wouldn't it? So I know quite a few have had their second. I know a couple of you have had your second jump this week. I had mine as well. So hopefully we'll soon all be jacked up. Which will be nice, won't it? Right, I'll just pop that away. Don't think I'm going to need that anymore. And then I'm going to, you can see I was stamping out some of my stuff. Yeah. Right, so I'm just going to put some of the branches on here. That's that on there. That's a bit annoying, never mind. Okay, so let's just grab a stamp block. Did you know that Clarity was on the craft store tomorrow? I'll just let you know so that you know if you want to have a look. She's got I can't remember. What is it? I think it's square. I think it's more lino print kind of images, I think, and then little ones. Yeah, in shapes, in squares or something. I think it is. That wasn't very very informative for you, wasn't it? I know she's on tomorrow though. And then if any of you like All and Create, then there's a one-day special on the craft store with Tracy's part 1 of Tracy's release. So the first part. So they've obviously decided to release in 2 parts again. I think they're having problems getting hold of all their stuff, to be quite honest, because the suppliers can't get them yet. But we will. I'm just going to have some branches. Let's have another one coming in from the side. And again, let's go a bit lower down like that. And then like that, and then some in the background. And then keep that one quite low. and then in the background again like that. So yeah, I think that's all right. A little bit in there as well. Keep that very soft. Okay. So that's the kind of layout I'm doing this time round. Let me know how you're getting on. Right, Lucinda, I've done nothing. Don't worry. All right, Lucinda. Just drink your coffee and or tea or whatever it is, and then just how we're going with it. So whilst everybody's stamping for Lucinda, I'll just show you. This is a card, Lucinda, so you can see it in action, kind of thing, rather than just on the photographs. Just wipe my hands a minute. And then as you open it, then I'm sure you know it pops and twists out. I'm not very good with the camera this morning, so as you open it, it then pops out. Okay, so that's where we're going. Right, how are we doing? I'm not rushing you. I'm just interested to know how you're getting on with the stamping. That's all. Do I add some words to mine? I've got them inside. Let's see what we got here. I could do bloom and shine. Oh, I know what I was going to do. Might add some flowers to her hair. Now, have I got any ink on there still? No, it's dried. It has dried up. I only want the flower, so I'm going to grab a piece of a post-it note, and I'm just going to get a little bit there, cover up the stem on this. So if you only want a little bit of the stamp, don't forget you can either just, if it's a large background stamp, just use your hand to apply it, or which I probably could do with this actually, this little one. Just have it on my finger, and then hopefully there's nothing else on there, and then I'm just going to pop another little flower in her hair there. There we go. And it's going to need another one now, isn't she? Gonna have to have my rule of three. Let's see, because there is another little flower here that I can use. Tiny one. So let's have a look at this one. Okay, got one there. Then let's put, let's have one there, and one here as well. Have a little threesome there. And then, yeah, we'll just leave it like that. And then, do I put a sentiment in? Good question. Well, they're not sentiments really, but there's lots of words here. Well, they are sentiments, but they're not your standard happy birthday sentiments. That's what I meant. So how are we all getting on? Oh, eating my muesli. Looks. No, not yet. That's fine, Susan. As I said, it isn't my intention just to rush this. The colouring we can finish afterwards if we don't all get it finished. I will go through how it all folds up and sticks together, though. Obviously, I'll go through the mechanics, so we'll keep an eye on the time for the mechanics. I'll spend some time colouring it. We can just have a nice relaxing one today, I think. Doing some colouring. What should I do? Should I do Blossom and Bloom and Shine? Did I used these in here, didn't I? Oh, not in that one. On my prepped ones. What did I? Yeah, my rainbow on. You light up my, yeah, you're the light of my life. So I have used all of them. So I could just do Bloom and Shine. Can I do that? Bloom and Shine could go down there. Let's have a look. Let's just do, I'm going to do all of this. No cutting out for me today. That doesn't mean no cutting out for you, if that's what you want to do, obviously. So if I go, don't know whether to put it on or not. Actually, I'm not. I'll see afterwards. Now that I've got it down there, I don't know that I want to do that. Okay. So, as I said, I'm done with my main image. That's fine. I don't need to put that there so you can see it. So I'm going to be colouring mine soon. I want to know how you're all getting on. All stamped. Okay, Sue, thank you. I don't want to hold anybody up. So if you do have a lot of colouring to do or you want to get going, just keep going. I'm just interested to know where you are. So if you get a moment just to let me know what we're up to, then that's cool. Just so I know and I'm not racing on ahead of everybody. So thanks, Helen. That's fine. As I said, I'm going to be using my pencils. So I'll just make a soft start. I'm going to use my ordinary pen, not my watercolor pencils, which I suppose I could have used. I'm not going to try. I'm not going to do that. So I'm going to stick to these, and so I'll just work on her face and her hair while we're chatting. What colour shall I do her hair? I always do a blonde. I don't know why, but let's go with these. Let's go with some. Actually, let's go light brown and a little bit of a reddy colour. What colour do these come out like? Let's grab a spare piece of card. Gosh, even I can't see that as colours. What happens if we go with this one? So I've got all the lights on in here because the way the camera is, it blocks some of the light out. Let's go with the terracotta. There's a bit more orange in that. So. Okay, Lucinda. That's fine. And I'm just going to add some shade to my character. It looks like I may need to sharpen this, but never mind. Don't look, Moya. Don't look any of you, actually. That's all right. Just doing some nice little bit of shading. Okay. So, don't know that I've got any. Oh, yeah, I do have something to tell you, which you won't know about. So, I became a great aunt in September to little Ensley, who, oh, she's so adorable, that girl, um, who is my niece's daughter, and my nephew and his partner are now also expecting. Um, in November, which is really exciting. Oh, Lucinda, lucky you. Oh, well done. So all of you are getting nice new stamps. Well, I guess we all are, aren't we? We just can't help ourselves most of the time. We just can't help ourselves, can we? Yeah, let's go in. So yeah, so I'm going to be a great aunt again now, or I'll have two little great whatever. I've got a niece. We think it's a nephew. I do think it's a nephew, but I've actually known for a very long time because Courtney, Darren's partner, and they were so excited they told us, well, way before the 12 weeks, so it's all a bit scary. That's why I haven't said anything. But fingers crossed, everything's going okay. So we'll see. So yes, another baby on the way. Oh, thank you, Helen. Thank you, Lucinda. So, I mean, regardless of COVID, well, yeah, because of COVID, we haven't been able to get out to see Ensley. So we were hoping September might be a good one, but now that we've got another little baby on the way in November, we're not going out in September. Or I'm not going out. Well, mum and dad aren't going out either. So um, it looks like it will be a Christmas travel. So, oh, Lucinda, that's amazing. Oh, bless them. I know what it's like to go through adoption. My friend, one of my closest friends who I used to work with as well, she's I mean, her son is now 17 in October. She got him when he was 4. Was he 4? Did he turn 4 in the October? Yeah, I think he turned 4 in the October, and she got him in the April, I think. And what they had to go through was unbelievable. I mean, good grief. I know you have to know that the baby's going to be okay and it has to be safe and everything, but goodness me, that was so intrusive. If they did that for everybody, I don't know how many people would have babies. But so exciting, Lucinda. How wonderful. They must be, well, more than thrilled. More than thrilled. Bless them. Having to wait 4 years as well. Wonderful. Really, really lovely. So how we getting on? Are we has anybody started colouring? or are we still stamping? I mean, it really doesn't matter. Just so I know, I'm going to keep an eye on the time. We've got plenty of time to do the colouring now anyway, or to get the toppers done and sorted out. So just going around here. Okay. Okay, Moya. Okay, Sue. Let's just blend some of this and just bring it in, make it a little darker where there's going to be shadow. And this is a great stamp because she's got her eyes shut. So I don't have to do her eyes. Although, in fairness, I don't mind doing the eyes. Now that I've been using the Janet Klein characters, it's not as scary. I wouldn't say I've got it perfect, but it's not as scary. Okay, so let's have some. I never quite get the blusher right on my faces, I don't think. Let's just have a little bit of a blush here. And of course, you've got to get it pretty perfect. Have any of you been watching The Masked Dancer? That's a guilty pleasure if ever there was one. I watched one of them and I didn't agree with what the judges said about who they put through, so I didn't watch two of them. I had a little drop. And then I started watching it again. And I knew the llama was Zoe, and I don't usually get them. I mean, I've done the singer, and I've got one or two of the singers, but not very often. And when I saw llama, I just knew that was Zoe Ball. It's really weird, wasn't it? Some of the clues and everything, and I just thought it was Zoe Ball, who of course was denying everything on her morning breakfast show, as she would, because that's the whole point of the show. But anyway. That's on. I'm trying to think what I've had the week off work and I haven't really, well, I say I haven't done anything. I did so much gardening on Sunday. I mean, I'm talking a lot of gardening Sunday. Then Monday, what did I do Monday? Oh, more gardening. More gardening on Monday. And a bit of a rest. Tuesday, I started clearing out the garage. Oh, Helen, did you? I only guessed Craig Revel Hall. Well, I only agreed, I should say, Craig Revel Horwood for the Knickerbocker Glory because what did I see? Something about I think something Ochi said, and then I thought, yeah, she's right. It is Craig Revel Horwood, so I can't claim that one because I don't. But I think all the clues are there actually. That but the way she got him on this walk, which I thought was quite funny. But yes, can't think who the squirrel is. I mean, I know they've said Bonnie Langford and that. I'm wondering whether it's Debbie McGee myself on the old squirrel who hasn't come up. It might be somebody, I don't know. I don't always get all the clues myself. But anyway. So the squirrel, and I've no idea who Scarecrow is. I haven't got a clue. But yeah, it's one of those programs. It's annoying, but at the same time, you have to watch it. It's sad who gets kicked out, really. Because they all do quite a good job. I didn't see the one with Beetroot, so I don't know who Beetroot was. Because that's why I got annoyed, because they kept Beetroot over the snake Viper, and Viper was a flipping professional dancer. Yes, Helen, that's the other one. I thought that, and then yesterday when I was watching it, I thought Jeanette Manrara as well. So I agree with you on that. So yeah, you just reminded me. Yes, I was doing the ironing, watching it, and I thought, you know what, she could be Jeanette. I'd love it to be Jeanette. But isn't Squirrel the one that had the glitter ball, wasn't it? So you think of Come Dancing, don't you? Strictly. So that's what suddenly made me think of Jeanette Manrara. Yeah, it's funny how we get, isn't it? It's funny. Right, so let's have some. So yeah, there's Ditto and the Latin vibe. Yes, Helen, true. But when I first saw her doing all the kicks and all the rest of it, because even though Debbie McGee, bless her little heart, is getting on in life like we all are, she could still do the splits and everything, couldn't she? So that's why I thought it may be her. But then yesterday, I thought, could be Jeanette Manrara. But as I say, I haven't got a clue what the other one is. And Car Wash, I mean, gosh, he can throw some shapes, can't he? Yes, I know we're supposed to be doing a craft workshop here, but anyway. So how are we all getting on? I'm just doing my colouring. I mean, it's up here, so if you ever want to look back and see how I actually coloured this image in, then obviously you can see. I mean, I'm doing very light strokes at the moment with the blonde. Right, here we go. Yeah, so I was talking about my week, wasn't I? Then I did the garage on Tuesday morning. I went to the tip on Friday after having booked my slot. And so what did I do Thursday? Oh yeah, I was out shopping. I'm gonna have to sharpen this one. I've had quite a busy week, but I feel like I haven't done anything, if you see what I mean. Then I have to stop and think that I've actually done quite a bit of work. It's been nice. And what did I do yesterday? Oh yeah, I had to go to the tip yesterday. Oh, and I've also done, I'm trying to think what else I've done. I've also done my accounts. So they've gone to the accountant. That's good then, isn't it? So for the week that I haven't done anything, I seem to have done quite a bit actually. But right, let's just put some little bit of. Just going to keep this very light. Okay. All right. How are you all doing, folks? Are we colouring? We're starting colouring now. Gosh, I can't wait to see what you've all done. Right, I'm going to add a little bit of brown, I think. So we've got, especially around the flowers. It's darker. Yeah. No, I've just realised something. I've just realised that I moved my red sticky tape and put it in the drawer. I actually need it. Oh well. I'll have to I'll get there when we need it. And that was a fight to get that out of the bag as well. It was stuck everywhere, so I've given it a good dose of up the red end here, I think. Good dose of powder, which hopefully means the sides aren't sticking anymore. Okay. It's going to be a bit darker there. Okay. So I've been thinking, so now that we're staying online till the end of July, I didn't know if any of you, well, whether it'd be a good idea to get in a set of stamps that we all work with, or whether you're happy to work with what you've got and then wait till we all get back together again. So that's what I was thinking. I don't know. I mean, I have to plan what we're going to hopefully do in September for those of us meeting back up again. Well, I know what I want to do. It's which set of stamps I'm going to do it with, or whose stamps I'm going to do it with is the question. I know what I'd like to do anyway. So I'm not sure. Oh yeah, I do. I think I know where I'm going to go with for the stamps on the first one back. I'm not 100% made up my mind yet. I don't know. Have any of you got any of Clarity's new stamps? Well, when I say new, the ones they bought out recently. So like the what's she calling them? So like the letter, it's not the letterpress, is it? It's the what colour should I do her lips? It what has she done? The lino cut, that's the word. So we've done some lino cut. I know there's been some other cherry green stamps as well. I know there's more All and Create You out. The butterfly rounds. Oh, I don't even know if I know which ones they are, Susan. Yes, Lucinda. The sticker word stamps. are useful. Did you get them? Oh, and the latest ones with the negative bits are quite nice too. Yeah, I'm sure that's the lino cut, isn't it? Is that the ones you mean? I have to have a look. All right. See what she does on Sunday as well. I've noticed, is that going to be too dark? Let's have a look. If I do very gentle, that Clarity haven't been doing any one-day specials on a Sunday for a while like they used to. It's just Barbara in the afternoon. That's too dark. So that's light pink. I liked the new Hobby Art ones as well, which had the trains and the lilac. They're nice stamps. But the train scene stamps are nice as well. Do quite like them. No, Helen, I haven't bought anything from Clarity either, Helen. I've seen them, but I haven't bought anything for the moment. Okay. Right. So we've got, I'll just leave that there for a minute. And we've got some wings. And let's do very pale blue on the wings. I have kept this very delicate, Angela. I've got some bits. Yeah, okay. Yes, Lucinda. There was some quite good stuff on there for once it's gone, it's gone. There we go. So, what colour? So, am I going to do orange flowers then? Am I going to do deep orange? Is that too yellow? Yeah, it looks it. It's not. Oh, it's too pale and orange. It's not showing up. So let's have a look against the hair colour. Which, of course, I'm now going to have to do this. So I blend the colours. So, trying to think. Is there anything else? I bought the feather threads. Okay, Susan, I already had them. But she put they put them together into one set, didn't they? I did like the miniature ones. That idea was quite cool. But I did have most of those other bird stamps. I think I've got some of them now. I think some of them I got rid of. I hadn't used them for a while. I had to make room for other stuff. Okay, I'm going to put, so that was nice. And then the masks came out, didn't they? So the was it the reflection masks? Something like that. I can't remember what they were called. Okay, now I don't know. I've kept this also very, very soft. I don't know what to do now. Notice I'm steering away from pink. I really don't know what it is. I'm not a fantastic pink lover. Although the cerise pink would look nice, I guess. What colour should I do the heart? I think yeah, let's stick to orange. Oh, we'll just do a yellow heart, I think. Right. Oh, you do have the reflection mask, Susan. Do you like them? Have you used them? Not yet. Okay. All right. Right. Don't know what colour hairband to do. This is crazy, Angela. Just I won't. Let's go for. I know all her flowers are down there as well. Let's go for. Don't know what colour top to put on either. If I go for a light greenish colour, should be out of green. I've coloured this so delicately, which is interesting in itself. Okay, how are we all getting on? I think we need a darker green now. this then. Arms with P. Have you seen that Pink Ink have bought out A6 stamps? Mushrooms is their first lot. It's all toadstools, to do with toadstools. I don't know if you saw that. I saw that on a couple of sites actually. Craft Joanne Sheen and their own. I think you save £1 with Joanne Sheen. Oops. So people are bringing out lots of different things, which they will do, won't they? There's always going to be people in the craft world bringing out new stamps and stuff. Right. Okay, I'm sorry, I'm not chatting now, am I? Because maybe I need to put some music on. Don't know what else to think about really, except that I'm going to have to rub that out. That's too scratchy looking. See if I can get that out. That's better. Right. There we go. So, are you planning any trips in the UK? I'm talking. Well, you might be going away somewhere, or hoping to. I don't know. I'm contemplating a week in Devon/Cornwall, or a couple of days away anyway, and a Airbnb. Don't know yet. Not sure. Of course, if I don't book anything, I won't be able to get away anyway. Right, let's do none planned. Oh yes, Susan, the Isle of Wight. None planned for Moya. Well, I'm only playing because, of course, we're hoping to try and get out to America at the end of the year. The Isle of Wight should be lovely, Susan. Are you going for a week? Um, yeah, Helen. Oh, that'd be nice, Susan. So you'll be looking at your house from the Isle of Wight rather than the Isle of Wight from your house. Well, your area. I don't know about your actual house. My mum can't. Yeah, actually, Lucinda, that's very true. The traffic coming down here now towards where your mum is horrific. It's been really busy, and even just trying to drive through New Milton High Street, it's really busy. Or it's just and then Nicola went to see, you don't know where they live, but Nicola and Sheila from the Somerset group. So Nicola lives up Amersham Way, I think. Pinner, no, Pinner, where is she? Anyway, that way. And Sheila is obviously down in the Somerset area, and they were together last week, and Nicola tried to leave yesterday and turn around. So the traffic was so bad that she just couldn't even try and get home. So she left early this morning, which is why she's not with us today. Because it was just horrendous. Even getting to wherever she needs to get to from where she lives. So it has been very, very bad. Did it take your mum long to get back home? It's good she could get up, though. You got to see her. That was nice. I think if you're going to want to go and see your mum, Lucinda, you need to leave at like 2 o'clock in the morning. I mean, we can't complain. Yeah. Oh, yes, Susan, I know it's half term, but it's the start of the holiday season, isn't it? So we might have a bit of respite, and then it'll all come back down again, won't it? But anyway, trouble is well, it's not the trouble. The thing is the businesses down here need the money, don't they? But I saw on the news the other day that they haven't got enough staff. So one restaurant, because they had so many people trying to get in to eat, actually closed, so they're not even open. Oh, that's good, Lucinda. Yeah, so this restaurant took the decision to close for lunch and evening meal because they don't have enough people to serve. And it was just getting crazy. And it was completely packed. So it's like, I don't know why they didn't restrict number. Anyway, they took the decision to close. So not a lot any of us can do about that, really, is there? Right. So echinacea flowers. This is all very soft, this colouring. And if I'm colouring them, I need to colour these as well. So let's think. What colour am I doing my echinaceas? My cone flower. Am I going to stick to orange, or do I do them white? So I have a little bit of yellow. Oh, I know what I'm going to do. Yes. So I need a brownie colour, don't I, for the needles. Right, let's do a very soft yellow. I'll do this colour. Is this colour going to be too dark? Let's go with this one. So what if they kind of like white and yellow? Yes, Lucinda, and yes, Susan. It's not just the chefs; it's the waiting staff as well. I think they're all struggling. to get any kind of hospitality staff. I guess those that would have come over from Europe aren't coming over. Or with COVID, with the pandemic still, they can't get here anyway. So they're coming elsewhere. So let's just do that like that, and then it's a dark yellow. Right. Just keeping an eye on the time. Hope you're okay all colouring. Sorry, it's hard for me to keep talking. I don't know what to talk about. You have to pick a topic and then I'll talk about it. I just realised Brenda's not on either today. Did she tell me? I know I've had confirmation. Oh, I don't know. Oh, I didn't think she's around either today, actually. I can't remember what her email said now. She was doing something, wasn't she? I can't. Oh dear, look at that. Sorry, Brenda. Right. And okay. So next time we'll work together more. I know I'm letting you do your own thing today, which hopefully you're okay with. Yes, Susan, because of course, when they weren't able to work in the restaurants, they've all gone off and found other jobs, haven't they? Which is conversely why, who was it? I don't know. Which is one of the pizza places, was it? They're trying to recruit because all the people that were working for them during the lockdown have now gone back to their jobs. So it's not easy, really. But as you say, if you're going to have jobs that are more family friendly than a chef, which is a very hard job, let's face it. Oh, that's that way, isn't it, Angela? Oops. So I'm just adding a touch of colour to these echinaceas and then bringing in some depth nearer the center. That one's going to be dark both ends because of that cover in there. Okay. So we'll have just keep an eye on the time because I want us to get this done. So, well, let's just have another 5 minutes or so. Oh, Susan. Okay. Right, let's just have 5 minutes more. So even mine's not finished now, my front, but that's fine. Just do 5 minutes more and we'll look at putting the mechanism together. I suspect some of you will know how to do this anyway, but hopefully. Okay. Okay. Right. Okay, and then stick to same colours in here as well, with the greens. Extra depth there. So, I feel like we should try and do the. I finished. Well done, Lucinda. I'm wondering whether we should attempt another Zoom. Then you could chat to me while I'm colouring in. Maybe. See how that goes. Right. Okay. Oh, a little bit of the dark green as well. I love colouring with pencil, but it takes such a long time. Oh, it can do. Yes, it depends what you're doing and how you're doing it, really, I guess. Also helps if you can colour inside the lines. So, here we go. And a little bit of green. All right, what's the time? Okay, well, that's exactly 5 minutes. I so wanted to get this finished, this top a bit anyway. So I could have a complete card to show you at the end of the day. Never mind. All right, I think what's important, we can always come back to this in a minute anyway. We don't have to glue everything down at the same time. Although I did find certain bits easier. Okay, eek. Where am I going to put my pencils? Right, I'll put them there. What I want to do is go through the mechanics of putting the card together. So I'll just grab my red liner tape. You need red liner tape and wet glue. You need both for this. Okay. Let's get everything that's not required out the way. Just excuse me a moment, I'll have a quick drink. That's clever. Okay. Is everybody able to stop what they're doing, and we'll have a look at what's required for these pieces. I guess you're also going to want to write it down, aren't you? So, if everyone's ready, brilliant, thank you. Just give me the nod, the wink, or whatever. We can have a look. So the first thing we're going to do, we'll do the easier ones first. And there's one, it's not that difficult, it's just you have to be a bit careful. So the first one we're going to do, I'm going to use the scoreboard for some of them and my trimmer for one of them. But I'm just going to grab the scoreboard for a minute. And we want the 4 by 12 inch piece. So we want the 4 by 12 inch piece, which is basically your card base, is the bit we need. So I'm hoping everybody's in a position to work with me on this. You can use your trimmer, you can use a scoreboard. As I said, I'm going to be using both. For one piece, it's going to be slightly easier, I think. Though not necessarily. So we have our 4 by 12 inch piece of card, and we're going to score at 6 inches. Basically, we're scoring it in half, which I'm sure you all probably have already worked out. So we're going to do 6 inches. Okay. And that is our card base. Thanks, Susan. So you take your 4 inch by 12 inch piece of card, score at 6 inches. So we're making the a tent card, if you like. That's what you're going to end up with. So hopefully you've got one of these. Okay. So that's the first piece we've done. We've taken our 4 inch by 12 inches and folded it at 6 inches. to give us the tent card. Okay. You now want the 3.5 by 10 inches. And I stress the 10. Let's see who picked up the wrong piece when they first did this. So you want 3.5 by 10. All right. And we're going to score at 2.5 inches, 5 and 7.5. So basically every 2.5 inches. So we're going to score at 2.5 inches, at 5 inches, and 7.5 inches. Okay, and then you can do valley and mountain folds to get your pieces folded. And if you want to make them tight, then use your bone folder. This is quite a fine card actually, so it should be all right. So you've got a 3.5 by 10 inches, and we're scoring at 2.5, 5 and 7.5 inches. So we've got a 2.5 by 3.5 rectangle, 4 of them. All right. So that's that bit for the minute. And then you take your 3.5 by 8 inches. And this is the one that needs some measuring. So we're going to score at 1 3/4 inches. So we're folding it in half basically, again, but it's 1 3/4 inches, which I hope that is what that is. Should be. Let's hope I've scored the right bit then. All right. So we're going to score there. I'm just going to move my board out of the way a minute because I'm going to flip to, I'm going to need to, oh, goodness gracious, could I possibly make any more noise? So to take your piece of plate card now, we are going to, with your ruler, we are going to mark at 2 1/4 inches. So we want 2 1/4 inches and just do a very faint pencil mark. And at the other end, 5 3/4 inches. Okay, so we're going to mark at 2 1/4 inches and 5 3/4 inches. So 2.25 and 5.75. And you need to repeat that on the other side, so the opposite side. So long ways, with your card long ways, you measure 2 1/4 inches, 5 3/4 inches on the top, and you do the same thing on the bottom. So 2 1/4 inches. Oops. So 2 1/4 inches and 5 3/4 inches. Okay. We can erase the marks and they're not going to show anyway. Now, what we need to do with your trimmer or with your scorer, or with your trimmer or your scoreboard, we're going to score from the 2.2 1/4 on one side down to the 5 1/4 on the other side. Okay, so you're basically going to score an X. So you're going to go from the 2 1/4 to the 5 3/4, and then the 2 1/4 on the opposite side up to the 5 3/4, and you need to score there. So that's the X you're scoring. Okay. Doesn't matter which side you're going to use. We can always switch it. As I said, it's hidden most of the time. Right, I'm going to see if I can do it on here, because basically you've got to line these up, but it's knowing how you've lined them up is the thing. So if I've got that on a 5, see, yeah, I'm going to get my trimmer out. I don't want to get it wrong while you're watching me, in the sense that you need to see what I'm doing. So just take the blade out. So we need to mark up the diagonal opposites. Okay, so we're going to do a cross, and we've marked it at 2 1/4 and 5 3/4. 2 1/4, 5 3/4. Okay, so it's easier on a trimmer to actually line them up and then score. If you don't have a scoring blade, then you can use an embossing tool. Let me grab this one. So you could use an embossing tool on the groove itself in here, all right? If you don't have a scoring blade on your trimmer. And again, we're going to do it the other way around. So we're going to go the opposite cross. So on the opposite side. Okay. Is that straight? It's not quite straight, but there we go. So what you've got is the cross. So what you can do is just fold them. Oops. Just so you've got those areas there. If you want to erase those pencil marks, then you can do, feel free. All right. So let's just take them off for a minute. They're not going to show. You may even want to turn your card around depending on what bit. Where's the card gone? Because it is this bit here that we're doing this bit here that pops up. So you actually see that I've got the back of the card being seen there. So if you want to have this, I've got patterned on my card. So if I want it the other way, then I can fold it this way. All right. Oops. This is so thin, this card. Okay. So whichever way you want to do it. So we should have the 4 by 12 inch card folded at 6 to give us our base card. The 3.5 by 10 inches scored at 2.5, 5 and 7.5 inches. And the 3.5 by 8 inches is scored along the short edge at 1 3/4 inches. And then from 2 1/4 inches on one side to 5 3/4 inches on the other side. And then 2 1/4 up to 5 3/4. Does that all make sense? So that's what we've got. All right. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to fold this. Now I've got to remember how to fold it. I need, right, how am I going to, right, no, Angela. You fold it like that, and it's like, yeah, you need to come into a point like, oh, for goodness sakes, girl. Why did I know this was going to, you need your points to go like that, and no, you don't. Oh, Angela, why can't I fold my card properly? You've got to fold it so that you end up with, this is ridiculous. So you fold, you've got to end up with a point. So you've got to end up with, let me see, how have I folded this? So I've got it like that. So it folds, aha! No, it folds, yeah, hang on a minute. This is how we got to do it. Why did I had no problem doing this. You have to fold it like that. Oh, this is starting to rip. Like that. Right. Oh, for goodness sakes, Angela. See, useless. So what you've got is your folds and your folds, and you fold the card this way. All right. And you fold the card this way. Does that make sense? All right. No, that's not right, Angela. Oh, no. That is right. How did you have to end up with? Gosh, I did this straight away, like straight off. I had no issues whatsoever. Because that's how it's. Oh. Let me see what it's like. Yeah, you've got an end. Yeah, no, that's not right, Angela. So you've got to have it. How did I do this? Folks, I did this straight away last time without any issue whatsoever, and now I can't remember the fold. How'd you, that's how you do it. Oh, you dozy. Okay. You just want to send me home now. Okay, that's how you do it. That's how you do it. So what you've got to do is you fold on the same half of your paper, you fold the triangle flat, and then on the opposite side, you fold the triangle flat. So what you need is a top and a top on both sides. Does that make sense? So I'll probably just wreck that completely for you now. So on your pieces of card, all right, so it's easier for me to do it this way with the front. So basically you want to fold your cross flat and fold your cross flat. Does that make sense? So you've got like a triangle. So where you scored your cross from one area, that's folded, and then where you score the cross that side, that's where that's folded. Yeah, does that make sense? Can you just let me know if that makes sense to you and you know what you're doing? Which is more than I do. I don't know why I couldn't fold it. Sorry, guys. But that's what you want. Okay. So makes good, Susan. Thank you. I don't think my card is folded properly. Looks like it's going to fall apart and all in a minute. So I'm going to have mine. Yeah, so one triangle, and that triangle folds down like that. Don't like it, does it? And that triangle folds flat like that. Yeah, that's right. Why can't I get it to go the other way around then? Oh, well, never mind. All right, is that what we've all got? Has everybody got that with you so far? Excellent. I'm glad somebody is. Not sure I'm with me so far. All right, so we've got our triangle. See, I've moved it now. Should have stopped playing with it. Right, so you've got a piece. No, all right then. Okay, Moya. So with your long strip and your two, so instead of the crosses, look at them as triangles. So you've got triangle here and a triangle here. Fold this bit in and this bit in, so make them valley folds and these mountain folds. So as you push the sides in, they fold into a triangle. So you've basically got like a house. So you've got a roof, if you like. So you should have two pieces of paper like that. So you've got a roof and a roof. Okay, so your long fold is a valley fold. Your triangles are mountain folds. Okay. I have no idea what's happened to my piece of card here. This is ridiculous. I don't know why it's folding like that. So hopefully everybody's okay. Are they okay? So valley fold along the length of the card, and your triangles are mountain folds. All right. Okay. And what we're going to do, but do not take the tape off. We're going to stick some tape, the red liner tape, on the triangles only, on both sides. Don't take the tape off. I have no idea what's going on here. So with the red tape, see, it's sticking to my envelope. It's ripped it completely. So we're going to put some tape along the triangle. Oops. Make sure I've got that. Okay. So you want, let me just double check. You want it along, yeah, all three sides of the triangle. All right. On both sides. Okay. I don't think mine are completely perfect, but I think it will open up. But we'll wait for you, Moya. I don't know what's gone wrong with this side either on mine. Very odd. So red, but do not take the tape off yet. And then red tape on here. Oops. Really, red tape? How did you just... Oh. There's definitely something wrong with this red tape I've got here. I don't quite know why. Right, there we go. So basically, you got that. So you've got your triangles looking like that, okay? I don't know what's happened here with this piece of card. Okay. Now, you've got a couple of choices for a minute. Actually, no, you want to do it this way, don't you? Right, okay. We'll do this bit in a minute. It's easier to do it flat, but it's also easier to get it wrong because you do it the wrong way round. So let's just do this bit first. So what we're going to do, so this little triangle with two legs, you need your base card. And what we're going to do is stick it in the middle and adhere like that. So both sides are stuck in the center. So if you need to mark your 2 inches, mark it. Or if you want to do it by eye, do it by eye. It's up to you. But you want the center point of your card. So you want the point of your triangle to sit on the point on the center of your card. And you're going to glue it to both sides. Okay, so we can take the base bit off. And then, oops, 5 of the pieces with the tape. So just take it off of one side to start with. Okay, and you're going to glue that onto the card with the point at 2 inches, so up to the fold. Okay, like that. And then we're going to take the tape off and fold this bit down flat as well. Okay, and then this. Okay, we'll do this bit first. I just remembered what to do now. And close. All right. So when you open it up, it opens up like that. And this is why I haven't seen. See my paper. Look at this. I don't know what's going on with my paper on this one. So that folds like that and it opens like this. Now, this piece is going to be adhered to these pieces. All right. There's a way you need to do this, which is why I've waited till now, because it's easy to do it on the wrong side. If you want to stick your layers on here first, then do so. So I'm definitely going to layer up the black bit anyway, I think. Because they're not going to be perfect. They're not, well, they will be flat. It's up to you. Because what we're going to do is adhere it so we have this. So you can get it flat to add your layers if you want to do that afterwards. All right. So maybe we will. Let's spend time on putting this together rather than layering it up. I don't want to waste your time. Right. So with this piece, we're going to adhere to this piece. However, it can only adhere in one particular or two particular spots. So with your card the way you want it, so if you've got a pattern or you've got something on the front, back, whatever, you need it front up. So this is the front of your card. Open it out flat, and in the top right corner, which is my right to me, so your right, so in the top right corner, you measure 1.5 inches. Okay, so you've got 1.5 inches, and you measure that all the way down to the fold. So basically, you've got a box here, this box here. And you see, so if I turn it your way, so as you're looking at it, your top right is where you're going to put some glue. All right, 1.5 inches. Now, on the bottom left, you're going to do the same thing. So bottom left, measure out 1.5 inches. And it's going to come down. So again, it's this bit here. All right. That's where the glue's going. So I'll wait for you to get to that point. So as you face it, flat out, 1.5 inches top right, 1.5 inches bottom left. Okay. So what we're going to do now is put the glue here, but this fold is what lines up with the 1.5 inch. So your card sits over, it's extending over the mechanism at the back. Does that make sense? So we're going to put this fold, you do it like this if you like, to the 1.5 inches. All right. So that fold goes there. So the glue goes on top here. So glue into this piece. And we're going to take this part and we're going to line up that fold along the line. So where that's been measured, make sure you've got it straight. Okay, so you've got it straight on there. All right, and then we repeat the same process in the bottom left. Excuse me. So some some glue there, and again this fold lines up with that 1.5 inches there, and then you adhere it there. All right. So as you close your card, oops. Mind you want this done when the glue is in actual fact dry. So it then folds down. So your mechanism then folds down. All right. So I'm sorry about the internal triangle a bit there going haywire. I don't know where my head was. But as long as the triangles are mountain folds and the lines are valley folds, you'll get your thing. I can score it quickly for you again. So though we've got wet glue, so it is probably better to let this dry a little bit. But then you'll see, oops, just help it on its way first time round. You then have your card. And then you can layer it up. So you can fold it out flat. And this is then when you start to layer up the pieces. You can do it beforehand, but ours aren't finished. So if you finished it all completely, then you can, goodness me, Angela, obviously layer it all up and then stick it together. So you've got it looking like that. And then your pieces will fit in here. And then you can, oops, have them so that your pieces will look like that. So that when they open up, you'll see them. Okay? Does that make sense? And as I say, because ours isn't completely finished, it's a little hard. I mean, you can glue them in and then cut, but it's easier to colour off of it. So you really do need the panels done first. All right. And then that little lot will then, oops, fold back into the card. This one's being very naughty. There you go. So it does fold. So does that make sense, everybody? Do you want me to do the triangular fold again, or are you okay? I can just cut a piece of card and redo it. Yes. The triangular fold bit. All right, let me just grab a piece of, I need that kind of card. This card's good. Oh, I know what I'll do. I can do it on copy paper, can't I? So let me just cut. Oh, I don't have 10 inches on it. And this isn't going to be particularly level, but anyway. Okay, let me do that again. So I need a 10-inch piece. As we all know, this doesn't cut straight, but anyway, I think it will give us a rough idea. Oh, it's not 10 inches, is it? It's 8 inches for this bit. It's 8 inch by 3.5 inches, isn't it? Make sure I've got my measurements here. Yeah. It's 8 inch by 3.5. Okay. So we score at 1 3/4 inches. I need to get all these in first now. So we score at 1 3/4 inches. And then we measure 2 1/4. And 2 1/4. And then 5 3/4. Okay. So your 3.5 inches by 8 inches is scored down across the length at 1 3/4 inches, marked at 2 1/4 and 5 3/4 inches on both sides, and then you do your cross. So you score from 1 2 1/2 to the 5 3/4 on the opposite side of the paper. Okay. Oops. So you have, this might help actually, if I draw on the lines. Let's draw on the lines since I'm on white card. I hope that is half, otherwise this is my trimmer not even playing up to the job. So we've got a line there. Line there. So they're your score lines, okay? Can you see that? So they're your score lines. So what you do is these triangles are going to come upwards. So fold them this way and this way. So score along those lines so you get a good fold. Okay. And then these are going to, so the other half is going to go the other way. So fold it up, not under. Okay. So you've got a valley fold here and mountain folds here. Yes. And so when you then push them together, you end up with, see, I knew that hadn't scored. That's because my paper's not scored properly. I'll just cut that again then. Really? Really, really, really? So the paper isn't the right length now. What have we got here? 8. And I want 3.5. I want 3.5. That folded really well as well just now, didn't it? I want this to fold at 1 3/4. Is that 1 3/4? So I want it to be 1 3/4. That's about right, isn't it? Yeah. Which lines up with that line there. So we want 1 3/4 that way. And then we measure 2 1/4. Two and a quarter. Five 3/4. 5 3/4. Basically 2.5. Yeah. Basically 2 1/4 from each end. Right, that's that then. So why didn't that work just now then? I have clearly marked them in the wrong place. So score these then. Holy moly. Right. It's not exact. Okay, so we've got that one there, and we've got that one there. So you have a fold here, or a score, which is going to be a valley fold. And you have these lines here for the crosses, which are going to be mountain folds. So to get a valley fold halfway, you fold up. You don't fold under, you fold up. It should be about right like that. And then with these score lines, score them together like that, or fold them into mountains. Okay, so 8 inches, 3.25 inches, 3.5 inches, sorry, 8 inches, 3.5 inches, score at 1.75 inches, and then mark at 2.25 inches and 5.75 inches on both sides, and score from the 2.25 to the 5.75. Okay, that's a valley fold. So as you fold it, these triangles then become the mountain fold, and that's your mechanism for popping your card. Oh, okay, Helen, have a fantastic time. Oh, I probably missed you now. Have a great weekend. Okay, Susan. Yeah, but that's how you do it. Is that all right for everybody now? Oh, I can't believe. Okay, so the valley fold for the longer edges, and the mountain fold for your triangles. Yeah? And that's how it finishes. Yes, excellent. Good. Thanks, Moya. Sue, is that okay with you? Yes, brilliant. I think, Susan, you're right. That's the problem. The thicker card you might need for the base, but then you need a thinner card for this little lot. So, with that, goodness gracious me, you end up with a card that sits inside itself. So you have a nice topper, which this has now got completely marked. And then you open it up like that. Okay. So, sorry about my head not working this morning to try and do that fold. I don't know why. It went together straight away when I did it. Always the way, I guess. Always the way. When you need it to do it, it won't do it. There we go. And that's the mechanism. All right. So, thank you very much for joining me today. I'll be in touch about what we're going to be doing in 2 weeks' time, and what we're going to do in July, maybe. I'll have a think. If you want to do something with a set that I get and send out to you, or whether you want to stay working with your own things, that's fine. All right. So, right, excellent. So, thank you, Lucinda. Thank you, everybody. All have a lovely afternoon, and I'll catch up with you all again very soon. So, thank you. Take care. Bye-bye.